Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit bittersweet because it is going to be the finale in the Graveyard Project Pan. I say bittersweet because I'm really excited to share my progress on this project with you, but that bitter part being that this is the finale and the project is over for the year. This was one of my favorite projects to be a part of this year. This was created, the idea was started by one of my really good friends here on YouTube, Emily McKinnis. I absolutely love her channel. She's just one of those people that I can tell is such a genuinely nice person. She's a mom of 2 boys with a 3rd one on the way, and I don't know, I just love everything about her. She just makes me feel like calm and relaxed when I watch her videos, and anytime I'm having like a tough day with my toddler, for some reason I just feel like Emily like has it together when it comes to like taking care of her boys, and I'm like, okay, like if Emily can take care of 2 kids and has a 3rd on the way, like I clearly should be able to take care of my 4-year-old daughter who is insane. Anyway, there are so many other ladies who have joined in on this project and kind of collaborated to come up with the overall theme and idea of this project. So thank you to Emily for inviting me to be a part of this, and thank you to everyone who's involved, who's made this project just so much fun to be a part of. So the essential premise of this project was to work on products either that were close to expiration, which I believe were called collecting cobwebs, and then we also were to select products that we had been working on in other projects but maybe hadn't finished our goal on, and these products were called resurrection products, and we chose anywhere from, I think it was 5 to 10 items to work on, and it was a rolling style project. I had some really good success in this project and was able to roll out quite a few products. I didn't actually calculate the total number of products that I finished or hit my goal on, but I'm really excited to share with you my finale and the final progress from the last update. So if you're interested, then stay tuned. But first, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I hope you will consider doing so before you go. I do post videos 5 days a week, so if that interests you, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But other than that, let's just get into my update. Really quick before we jump into the update, I also want to say Emily is so close to 1,000 subscribers, and you guys, she is just so deserving of hitting that 1,000. Like, I remember when I didn't have 1,000 subscribers and didn't meet all the requirements that you need to like monetize your channel, and it was just so frustrating because you work truly so hard to just even just to be able to like monetize your videos is like such a big step now that YouTube has like made it so hard. And I would just love to see Emily hit 1,000 subscribers because she's so deserving of it. So if you have not subscribed to her channel, seriously, like, stop my video, go to her channel, go check her out, go subscribe. She's such a fun channel, and I highly recommend her channel. So let's get her to 1,000 subscribers before the year is over. I just really cannot wait to celebrate with her when she hits that 1,000 subscriber mark. Okay, so jumping in, I thought there were more products that I had not hit my goal on, but I think I hit goal on 9 of the 10 products that were currently rolling. The one product I did not hit my goal on was this liquid highlighter from Becca. This was in Champagne Pop. I've had this since the initial Champagne Pop like release when Jaclyn Hill did the big collaboration, and I've just found that this product is not my favorite. I've mixed this in with lotions and used it that way. I've used it as like a body highlighter, which I liked in the summertime, but for some reason like my bottle got cracked and I have like product spilling out the sides, so it's just time for me to declutter this. I started with about half of this left, and now I am down to about a 1/4 left, some of that being because the product is leaking out of the cracked sides. I'm just ready to say goodbye to this. This has been in my collection for over 2 years now. I'll just try a different like body illuminator next summer. We'll see if something else, I don't know, piques my interest a little bit more than this, but I'm just gonna toss this. I'm not even gonna try and finish it. I'm just over this product. This was a resurrection product for me. It was going in, I believe, a roulette pan collab round, and I didn't finish it. See, there's like literally product leaking out of the bottom. So I'm gonna quickly go throw this away, and then we'll talk about the rest of my progress. I also forgot to mention, if I'm looking like a little bit rough, I mean, first of all, my hair is like literally never put together, but I was at a brunch before this that ran a little bit long, and now I have like a million videos that I want to film today, and I had maybe like 1 or 2 more mimosas than I should have. So I looked a little disheveled when we got home. I tried to like touch my makeup up, but I'm not quite sure how it's gonna come across on camera. And then also I'm wearing like a cowl neck Nike hoodie because it's freezing in Minnesota. It's like 20 degrees today. Not fun. Okay, so then let's talk about all of the products that I hit my goal on. Up first, we have the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula, and I have finally finished this. I hit pan on this during a Roulette Pan collab last year. I rolled it into another Roulette Pan collab this year and still wasn't able to finish it up. So I rolled it in to this project and I'm so excited to have finally finished this up. This bronzer took me forever to get through. I definitely do plan to pick this up again in the future. I just have so many bronzers right now in my collection. I feel like I have like a line here. I just feel like I don't need this in my collection currently. I also was working on the Becca Sunlit bronzer this year, which I was also able to finish. And I had said that I wasn't sure I was going to repurchase the Becca Sunlit, and now I'm like feeling kind of like I want to again. I have so many bronzers in my collection, but so that's the second bronzer I finished this year. And then I also finished up my little mini Hoola Benefit bronzer. This was going in my 18 and 2018 project last year, so this was another Resurrection product, and I finally finished this off. I had repressed this in a Z palette and was working on it that way, and I thought that I didn't like this anymore, but the more I used it, the more I found myself wanting to reach for this every single day and really falling back in love with this. Now I do have the Hoola bronzer in like a full size in my Benefit Cheekathon palette, so I do technically still have this bronzer in my collection, so I'm not going to go out and purchase another one. But if you guys have been considering the Hoola bronzer, I do really like it. It's almost like a bronzer contour for my skin tone, and I would recommend the mini over the full size just because the mini took me, I mean, I used this so much last year, and then even working on it again this year. I would say this, if I use this every single day, it would take me close to a year to finish up just the mini. So mini is worth the value. In fact, I just recently posted a video about favorite makeup products under $25 at Sephora, and a lot of the products that I mentioned in that video were mini sizes of things, because panning really teaches you that it takes a while to go through a lot of makeup products, especially powder products like bronzers and blushes. So if I can purchase a mini and a bronzer or blush, oftentimes I will opt to purchase the mini over the full size just because it takes so long to get through them. And I do have a larger bronzer and blush collection, so I mean, I'm cycling through things and it's taking longer anyway. But I would highly recommend the mini in the Hoola, and now they have the Hoola Light. They may have a third, they may have like a Hoola Deep as well. I could be wrong on that, but I really do enjoy this one from Benefit. Another product that I was able to 100% finish up was the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse Foundation. So, I mean, there's like a little bit of remnants on the side, but not enough to do a full face. This product I will not purchase again just because it's such a finicky product. It's this moussey formula, best applied with the hands. You kind of like rub it into your face, and then I usually go through or go over it again with like a beauty blender to try and just like even it out. And I like the final look of it once I finally have it set in just the way I want on my face. And I like that it's like, it's a matte finish, but almost like a satin matte. Like it's not super like your face looks flat and just lifeless, but it's just such a finicky formula that I wouldn't repurchase again, because I would never reach for this on days that I was going to work, because sometimes it literally takes me like 5 to 10 minutes just to get the foundation to look like how I want to. I also had the shade Light 2, so I think they may have one lighter shade, but this oxidized quite a bit in my opinion, and by the end of the day I was just looking way darker than I actually intended to look. But I'm really excited to have finished off another foundation in my collection, because I have way too many foundations right now, and the more foundations I can get through, the better. I also was able to finish off this ABH brow definer. This was going in my previous round, my most recent round of the Roulette Pan collab, and I wasn't able to finish this off by the finale. This isn't all the way rolled up there's literally no product in there. I was so close to being done with this that I decided to roll this in during the last update of this project, just to give me that extra boost of motivation to finish this project. For so long, I've just reached for my ABH Brow Powder Duo, which I love, but this made me realize that I do like a good brow pencil from time to time too. Recently, I've been doing like a brow pencil to outline my eyes and add like a few like fake strokes of eyebrows, and then I will fill in with my Brow Powder Duo. Oh my gosh, I literally feel like there's like a shadow right here. If there is, that's gonna, if there's like a weird thing right here, I swear I don't have hair in here. I don't know what's going on. But I didn't think I liked this product, but I like it more than I remember. I don't know if I would purchase this one again, just because I feel like I like more of a fine tip brow pencil. I do really like the Precisely My Brow from Benefit. It's been a while since I've used that because, again, for the past like year and a half, I've mostly just been using a brow powder. But this kind of sparked my interest in testing out a few more brow pencils and playing around with brow products a little bit more, but I'm really excited to have finished this off. And then the final like finished product is this little lip product. I'm so happy about this. I'm so proud of myself for finishing up a lipstick, even though it's in a mini size. This is one of the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea lipsticks. This was part of their holiday set, I think last year or 2 years ago, and this was in the shade Margs, so I'm not going to dig out product to use it. And like when I try and scrape it on, it like literally scrapes at me, and it just doesn't really work. I could maybe use this as like, I could dig it out and use it as a cream blush, but I'm just not going to do that. We're going to call this done. I'm very, very excited about this. I actually wore this to work, which typically I never wear lipstick to work. I'm just wearing like a balm, but every single morning before I left for work, I would toss this on my lips just to get some use out of it. And I actually really enjoyed using it that way. In fact, now I've been tossing on like a lip liner before going to work and just using it to fill in my lips. And I've been starting to play around with lip color at work, all thanks to this product. But I was really excited to finish this. I find it so hard to go through lip products, so this was super, super motivating to me, and I'm really excited to have finished that off. Okay, and then the last 4 products aren't products that I've like hit pan on necessarily, but I gave myself number goals and was able to, actually no, here's one that I didn't hit my goal on. So this is the Smashbox Trio, the LA Lights palette in Culver City Coral. My goal was to use this 25 times, and I only ended up using it 20 times, so I missed it by about 5. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, and for this product I was really bad about taking progress pictures. I feel like I just forgot every single time to take pictures. But I don't know if, let me stand up, if you will be able to see. There is definitely a dip going. There's definitely a dip going in this like highlighter shade right here, which is the shade that I was mostly focused on. And then not so much visibility here. I was able to use these two a little bit towards the end of the summer when I was working on this, but for a while I thought I was going to declutter this palette, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to keep this in my collection because I actually do enjoy this. This one was a product that was a this was a resurrection product too, because this was going in my 18 in 2018, and I don't even think I used it 20 times last year, so I'm really happy that I was able to use it 20 times throughout the duration of this project. I'll probably put this away for a little bit. I do really like this, like, it's just a really subtle, almost like blush topper shade that sometimes I use as a highlight. It is really pretty, so I could see myself reaching for this still throughout the rest of the year, but I know I'll be pulling this back out next spring and summer because I did find that I really enjoyed using this. Here's one that I just recently hit my goal on. So this is the Urban Decay single eyeshadow in Chopper, and I don't know if you'll be able to see. Oh, there it is. There it is. Do you see? Do you see that small little pan right in the center there? This is definitely not my favorite eyeshadow I don't like using eyeshadow singles in general, especially when they're in like an actual I don't know what to call this, like container. I don't mind using single shadows when I can just pop them into a Z palette. I'm sure I could figure out how to pop this out some way, but this is really glittery, and I find that when I wear this shadow, I just find glitter specks throughout my eyes throughout the day. This is in the shade Chopper, if I didn't say. This used to be one of my absolute favorite eyeshadows in college. I'm not really sure what I was doing with my makeup in college. We've come a long way. We have come a long way, but I was able to hit pan. I had a pretty good dip going on this already when I pulled this in. I think this was another Resurrection product. A lot of mine were Resurrection. I didn't have a ton of collecting cobweb products, but I was excited to be able to hit pan on this. I'm sure I'll keep this in my collection for a little bit longer. At some point, maybe I'll declutter this because I just don't really get that excited to reach for this. But it holds a special place in my heart because this is like, I remember wearing this all over my eyes every single time we went out in college. So there's like, you know, that there's those great, not so memorable memories left in my mind. Next up we have this Hourglass Mini. This is in the shade Mood Exposure. This is one of my favorite blushes in my collection. Here it is right here. So this was a domed product, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but the dome has pretty much worn away. So there is definitely like some progress with this, but blushes are impossible to pan, I tell you. I just don't even think it's possible to pan a blush. Now my goal was to use this a total of 20 times, and I ended up using it 22 times. This is something I know I'll be reaching for a ton still throughout the rest of this year. I would love to someday eventually finish this blush up. I just think it's beautiful. Maybe I'll throw it in my 2020 project, but I know when I finish this, I will definitely repurchase. 100% would recommend purchasing this in the mini size because I used it 22 times within this project, but I also had this going in a roulette pan collab, and I was using it like every single day. I probably used this blush, I would say, between 100 to 150 times, and still, like, I have so much product left. So all you need is a mini for this, but highly recommend this formula. I think it is beautiful. I think that this would work for a variety of different skin tones, and I think it is just a stunning product, a stunning formula, and I just really love this one from Hourglass. And then the last product, you guys, was this. Now this is a Collecting Cobwebs product. This is my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle, and as you can tell, I have like the OG old packaging. I swear this is, I feel like I maybe got this freshman year of college, possibly earlier than that, so this is 9 to 10 years old. Now my goal for this one was to use it 35 times, and I ended up using it a total of, oh, see, and this happens too. Like, this literally falls out. They literally glue in the product. Interesting. I don't know if that's sanitary or not. I use this, where do I have it circled? I use this a total of 39 times. And so again, this is a domed product, and as you can tell, like, the dome is definitely not as prominent as it once was. And then right here, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but there's like a significant, where is it? A significant dip, like right here. So I definitely got a ton of use out of this. I swear this would take me a million years to actually go through this, but I'm not going to declutter this. This still works just fine for my face. I don't notice any sort of like problems within the product. It is slightly, no, I don't think it's, I've heard people say it's slightly glittery. I don't think it is at all, and it's just this beautiful, beautiful champagne highlight that you can build up to be more intense, or you can wear it as like more of a subtle highlight. I wore this to work quite a bit, and this one too, it lasts all stinking day. my entire face will be worn away, but I will still have a little bit of a highlight going. So I really appreciate that about this product. I was really glad to get a ton of use out of this. Definitely glad that I chose to do a number goal with this one, because at first I was getting a little discouraged. I knew I was wearing it a ton but seeing no real visible progress. So I would say if you're getting discouraged about items in your project pan, set yourself a number goal. I stayed away from that for so long because it just like didn't feel like my sort of thing, not my jam. But I really do appreciate kind of tracking how many uses I use and seeing kind of where you're at after like 20, 50, 60 uses. Like sometimes it doesn't even look like any of the product is gone. So I always find that really interesting too, and I've really loved tracking the amount of times that I've used a product this year. After that though, you guys, that is going to wrap up and conclude this Graveyard Project Pan. I had so much fun doing this project this year, and I'm really hoping that people want to do this one again next year, because again, this was one of my favorite ones to do this year. I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. Again, don't forget to check out Emily's channel. There's also a playlist, so don't forget to go check out everyone else who is involved in this project. And there's also a hashtag, which I believe is hashtag Graveyard Project Pan, that you can search on Instagram as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.